Hi there. I'm Mr. Clark, and welcome to Back to School Night 2020. Due to current circumstances, we cannot be meeting in person, but we can meet remotely and digitally. Thank God for technology.
Some of you might not know that, well, actually, I began my career at Absegami. At least that's fixed. I enjoy music, Star Wars, fine literature, playing the electric and acoustic guitar, watching films, but probably most importantly, I like teaching at Oakcrest High School. I think the most important thing for parents to understand this year is that everything I do in the classroom will essentially be posted to Google Classroom, which syncs easily with the students' Gmail accounts. You have the option to be added as a guardian to my classroom, which most of you, I believe, already are. And you have the option to receive a weekly, or I think bi-weekly report. It will tell you everything your son or daughter is doing in class, any assignments they're missing. And if all else fails, you absolutely can email me. I'll put my phone extension down there too. If you do that, I'll most likely get back to you via email first. Email's the best. I'm checking that throughout the day. I'm sure at some point this evening you've received some information about the district grading policy. What's most important to remember here is that work needs to be completed on time. And with classes being digital, that can be rather intense. So I'm personally trying to make it that most of my assignments can be completed during our allotted time that we meet digitally. That will be more intense when I assign writing projects, but I will make sure to give the students plenty of time and be available to help them the best that I can. Even though students lose points for submitting assignments late, I recommend they complete them because partial credit is better than no credit. I'm not a math teacher, but even I know that. Another important thing to know this year is that attendance is taken via Google Meet. So when our classes are scheduled, your son or daughter has to log in, and I do manually look over my list and take attendance. So if they're not in the Google Meet, they will not be counted as present. So this year is slightly different in that it is expected that all students have a digital device, Chromebook, a tablet, a computer, and the district is providing Chromebooks. Other than that, as far as rules are concerned, I have always had 2 rules. My rules are really simple. So the first rule is be nice, and I will be nice back. The second rule is a little more vague, but it's just communicate your needs. And I tell all my students, let me know what the situation is. If you're having trouble with an assignment, email me. Don't wait till it's late. If you don't think you can make it to class, email me. Communicate with me. If you're having a bad day and you just don't want that camera on your face, let me know. Communication is key, and there's tons of ways to get in contact with me, even though I still recommend email. AP Language and Composition is different than a lot of other English classes in that it's not based on literature or fiction. It's really the study of persuasive language and speeches and how language works. In typical years, the test would look like this. It would be 2 hours of multiple choice. They're like close reading and analysis items, and then 2 hours of writing. And in years past, it was 3 types of writing assignments. The first would be rhetorical analysis, which I always begin my year teaching, which is sort of the easiest one. And in rhetorical analysis, students are given an excerpt or an entire speech. It's usually about a page in length. And students are expected to analyze how the writer's choices affect the purpose, relate to the audience, and support the agenda that the author is or speaker is pushing for. This requires them to understand the urgency. The word we use is exigency of that speech. So for example, if it's the president, they need to understand that it's literally the leader of the free world. This is the simplest type, and last year during the pandemic, the test literally consisted of one rhetorical analysis item. The second type of writing assignment is synthesis, and that's essentially kind of like a miniature research paper. Students are given a topic, and then they're usually given 6 to 7 sources, and they're expected to write some sort of opinion-based piece that's backed up by facts from the sources they're provided with. In my opinion, this one's kind of hard as it involves a lot of time management skills. The third type is argument. This is the most difficult one to prepare for. Students are given some kind of platitude or philosophical statement, and they're asked to formulate and support their opinion on the issue. As far as the test is concerned, I'm going to do what I typically do, which is begin with rhetorical analysis, because I think it's the best building block for the rest of the skills. A lot of students ask me, how can I be a better AP Lang student? I tell them honestly, read the news. Be sort of engaged with what's going on. It will help them. And to take history, take AP history. That'll help a lot too. So what can a student expect as far as homework and like daily preparation load for something like AP Language and Composition? It's not that homework intensive, it's writing intensive. And I kind of warned them of that already. I said, you guys are going to write a lot, and you need to legitimately make an effort with everything that we do, because each time you write, you're prepping yourself, and that's the best practice is repetition. You know, what is it Malcolm Gladwell said, 10,000 hours to master something. They've got a lot of writing ahead of them. I'm gonna do my best to help them out. So even though we're living in this digital world right now that feels kind of annoying, and it's certainly not the norm, there's a lot of opportunities for your son or daughter to get extra help. I am required by contract to be in the building by 7:30 in the morning. I'm there actually at 6:30 because I like getting up early. I know, weird, but I really like coffee, and that's my quiet time to read the news and reflect. But anyways, if your son or daughter needs help, I'm obligated to provide it from 7:30 to 10:30 a.m. That's when the first class begins. So we can literally hop into the Google Meet from whatever class they're in, and they can get some one-on-one instruction. So I'm telling all my students to take advantage of that. They're struggling with an essay, sign in. Let's talk. I can sign into the document. I can see what you're working on. You can hear and see me. I can type comments. I can make suggestions. Google Classroom makes it really easy to engage that way and to see their work.